Imagine you have a magic notebook. Every time you write something in it, it magically locks itself so that no one can ever change what you've written. Pretty cool, right? Now, what if I told you that this magic notebook is a bit like something called blockchain? You've probably heard the word blockchain flying around a lot lately, but what is it? Let's dive in. What is a blockchain? At its core, blockchain is just a fancy way of saying a chain of blocks, and no, not Lego blocks. These are digital blocks. Each block holds a bunch of information, like a treasure chest of data. The magic happens because once you put something inside these blocks, no one can tamper with it. Think of it as a digital vault that locks up your info tighter than Fort Knox. This idea actually dates back to year 1991, when some researchers came up with a system to timestamp digital documents so no one could mess with them. Kind of like a superpowered digital notary. But it wasn't until 2009 when this idea really took off, thanks to the mysterious figure, Satoshi Nakamoto, who used it to create Bitcoin, the first ever cryptocurrency. So how does it work? Let's imagine a block is like a digital fingerprint. You have some important data. Let's say it's a record of a transaction, like Joe sent 10 coins to John. This data gets put into a block. But that's not all. The block also has something called a hash, basically a unique identifier, like its fingerprint, that is one of a kind. Now, here's the clever part. Each block not only holds its own fingerprint or hash, but it also keeps a record of the previous block's fingerprint. This links the blocks together, forming a chain. If anyone tries to mess with one block, its fingerprint changes and the entire chain breaks. Imagine pulling on a single link in a chain of paper clips, you'd mess up the whole thing. The first block in the chain is called the Genesis block, the beginning of it all. It's like the first page of that magic notebook. Why is blockchain so secure? Okay, here's the twist. Simply using fingerprints or hashes isn't enough to keep people from cheating. Computers are fast, like really fast. Someone could tamper with a block, change its fingerprint, and then quickly update all the following blocks to make it look like nothing happened. Sneaky, right? That's where consensus mechanisms come in. Bitcoin uses one called proof of work. This is like asking your computer to solve a super tough puzzle before it can add a new block to the chain. For Bitcoin, it takes about 10 minutes to crack that puzzle. If someone tries to cheat and tamper with a block, they'd need to redo the puzzle for all the following blocks, an almost impossible task. And that's not all. Blockchain is also distributed. Instead of being managed by a central authority, like a bank or a big company, it is run by a network of computers anyone can join. When someone adds a new block, it's sent out to every computer in the network. All the computers then double-check the new block to make sure it is legit. If even one computer thinks something fishy is going on, it rejects the block. In other words, the whole neighborhood has to agree before anything new is added. This is called consensus. To hack a blockchain, you would need to tamper with every block, redo the puzzles for each one, and control more than half of the computers in the network. That's practically impossible. What's the big deal? Now, you're probably thinking, okay, that sounds cool, but what's the point? Well, blockchains can do much more than just keep track of Bitcoin. People are now using them for all kinds of things, storing medical records, creating digital contracts called smart contracts, even collecting taxes. It's like a whole new digital world built on trust, security, and transparency. Now, let me introduce you to Kaichain. While blockchains like Bitcoin are amazing, they aren't the fastest or the most efficient. That's where Kaichain steps in, setting new standards. Imagine a race car zooming past 100,000 transactions per second, or TPS. That's Kaichain. It's lightning fast, handling more transactions than most blockchains ever dreamed of. And here's the best part. Kaichain is eco-friendly. It won't harm the environment like some other blockchains, which use loads of electricity. Plus, it's EVM compatible, meaning it works seamlessly with Ethereum and other EVM-compatible blockchains. That means developers can easily create decentralized apps or dApps on it. Oh, and did I mention it has super low gas fees? Your transactions won't cost an arm and a leg. In short, Kaichain isn't just another blockchain, it's the fastest, greenest, and most cost-efficient one out there. It's paving the way for the future of blockchain technology. So there you have it. Blockchain might sound complicated, but at its heart, it's all about keeping digital records safe, secure, and transparent. And with innovations like Kaichain, the future of blockchain is looking faster, greener, and more exciting than ever. Join Kaichain now.